Hello everyone, my name is Sohail. I'm a vetted ClickUp consultant. I also own and operate a workflow consultancy business. In today's video, my focus is to show how I stay productive, effective, and efficient with the help of ClickUp. Please keep in mind, ClickUp is a tool which helps you to achieve your productivity goals. For me, it's a combination of a good tool, tech tool like ClickUp, plus strategies which you apply to work smarter, which will make you more productive, whether it's for yourself, your team, or your business. I have outlined top 5 ways how I stay productive consistently in ClickUp within my projects. So, the number one is defining roles and responsibilities. Whenever there is a project template workflow applied, first most important thing for me is to know who will do the task and when it has to be done. It's important to define the role right. That is roles and responsibilities of a particular team member. If you don't define a position's outcome expectation, how do you measure the productivity? So what you are looking at the screen right now is a simple workflow which I have done for today's video. So to assign accountability or assign a role and define the responsibility, I'll go into the assignee column and assign a task within the template to a person, and then when it has to be done, I'll apply a due date as well to know that it has to be completed by this date. So what I have done is applied accountability to a task and also a responsibility to finish the task by that due date. So this brings me to the second point, which is about streamlining your workflow. A workflow productivity cannot be maintained as per expectation if it's not streamlined properly. To streamline in this example for me is to follow the workflow in an order it's designed to make sure that individual team members within the team do not break this flow dependency. I have used the dependency feature in ClickUp. So if you look at the screen right now, there is a red circle which says blocking dependency, and then there is a yellow circle saying waiting on dependency. What it basically means is quote and proposal should not be completed before discovery call. And let's say if one of the team member tries to do that, there is a caution notice in ClickUp which will pop up. Let's go ahead and say try to complete quote and proposal task before discovery call to see that notification in action. So quote and proposal from open, I try to finish it, and this is what it comes as a caution notification saying wait dependency warning, this task is waiting on another task to be completed. Are you sure you want to change the status of this task? And it also shows what task it's waiting on. By doing this, it's an added layer of surety that the workflow is followed by yourself and your team, and if someone tries to break the flow, there is the help from the system, and ClickUp has that feature of dependency. So I like to use this feature to make sure the workflow is followed right. Point number 3 is systemizing. It's no fun in being productive one day and not on the next. To consistently remain productive whenever the same natured project is taken in the future, it's important for me to systemize the workflow I'm happy with in a template format. So for this current workflow, once I'm happy with the workflow, I will template this workflow. So whenever the next time I use the same template, I have a minimum measured productivity from the past usage to compare with the productivity achieved next time whenever the same template is used. So the way I go about it is on the left hand side, this list template which I have in place, once I'm sure that I'm happy with the workflow here, I go in and then this list setting, there is an option I can save it as a template. There are other options. You can see you can browse some templates and you can update existing template also. So this helps me in systemizing my productivity Now let's look at point number 4, which is being proactively involved. I have designed some automations using the automation feature in ClickUp, which helps the to be notified by the system if any task gets off track or gets delayed or simply needs my input. I could have multiple projects running at a time with various responsibilities. I assume in those individual projects. So projects wherein I take a supervision role, I don't need to micromanage as the template and the rules of the workflow has been defined. But I do need to know if a task is delayed or something needs my attention. For example, in this simple workflow here, if an task goes a task, let's say support and output, the progress custom column goes to delayed. I've designed an automation in ClickUp, which will, once this goes to delayed, it will assign the task to me, it will put a due date, and it will mark the priority as urgent. That way, and I also get a notification when the automation is done. So let's show that example. Let's put that support and offboard progress to custom column to delayed, and the automation will click in or it will be triggered. It might take a second or two. I'll just give it a second. Once I do that, I go to the notification, and this will notify me, okay, there was you see this just now, this 4 notification, it just came in saying, okay, there was an automation triggered. Then what I do is go to that task, and you can see that the automation triggered as you expected it to trigger or as you designed. So support and offboard, the task has been assigned to me, and the due date has been assigned as well as defined, and the priority has been marked to urgent. So that way I can stay proactively involved in projects where I need to have my input, or simply I need to know if the workflow is on track or not. So automation feature helps me to do that in ClickUp. And this brings me to the 5th point, which is communicating effectively. Getting communicated when required and communicating back where required is effective communication for me in my projects in ClickUp. So, okay, let's try to understand the difference. So previously when I was explaining you the proactively involved point, yeah, you would have seen this support and offboard. It went from to a delayed in the progress, and then it was assigned to me. It was allocated a due date, and the urgency was set to be urgent as defined by the automation feature, which I had customized in to trigger this. That was the first part, getting communicated when required. Now the second part, communicating back where required. So for that, again, I have used the automation feature. So let's say this came to me, it was assigned to me, it applied a due date, and there is a priority also. How do I communicate back to the assignees or the team members? What I have done is I've used automation which says this goes from delayed to done. There will be an automation triggered. Comment will be added here to all the assignees to this task. So that way they know it came to me, I resolved it, and the comment triggers as defined in the automation. So let's go ahead and put that in action. So delayed, I'll put that to done. Give it a second. Yes, the automation kicked in. So I go to notification. Yeah, I can see that as the automation has triggered, and it shows the comment which I have put into the automation and directing at all the assignees. Then I go to the task, and you can see that it has assigned the comment here. Task has been resolved, and it has been directed to the assignee as defined in the automation. So I hope that shows you what I mean by getting communicated effectively. I hope I was able to showcase to you in this small video a few things which I do on regular basis, like defining role, streamlining, systemizing, getting proactively involved, communicating effectively, along with using the right tech tool for my projects to stay productive consistently. Thank you.